So I've used an analogy of pulling levers, because you can picture a guy sitting in some heavy equipment, and there's little sets of levers that do the little micro movements, and then there's the big ones that turn the machine all the way around. And a founder is an owner operator. These guys that start businesses, they're pulling levers all day long. And when you jump in and start something, and if she's the first one to start building the business, it's just her, there's nobody else going in there, she has to pull every lever. But what happens, that creates a little bit of a habit. And that's why that gravitational center you talk about exists, because in day one, there's nobody else. Gravity, there is no other center of gravity. So it's got to go there. And nobody really teaches her how to do that part of it. Okay, now if I bring in person number two, who is the right person to bring in, and what order should I bring them in? And then two is, and then how do I get some of that gravity to go land on their shoulders? And that very few people talk about and know how to talk about in the right way and in the right sequence. So that gives you the opportunity to stay on the big levers. And so when I tell people, the startup people, like the ones founding these businesses, these owner operators, if you spend 10 hours a week pulling levers that are $10,000 levers, and then 30 hours a week pulling 20, 80, $100 levers, the idea is to get the small levers off to somebody else, not to get the big ones off. Just keep pulling those. And imagine if you go from 10 hours a week, let's just say we go 20. Like, your business will probably 2.5, 3 times itself over the next 6 to 12 months, if that's the shift that we make.
Agree more.
Tough. There's unlimited opportunities for things to go right and wrong. And I would say, while the risk is real, you definitely have a lot of risk for things that could go wrong. I also don't like to slow down growth or progress by trying to think through everything. So the big thing is context, right? Most people, they don't have context with, if they get professional advice, for instance, even advice from a friend, they're giving them a little bit of it. Shit, this is true with AI now too. It's the same thing. If you give AI just a little bit of the information and then ask it for a decent decision, it's going to give you very broad, very generalized, very vanilla, very boring answers that are not really particular to you. But the more context that you pour into it, the more details that you give it, whether it is your CPA or your lawyer or your AI, the better and more tailored and narrow that result is back to you.